CAñAO. The Philippines, 2014. As is customary in many Asian countries, Andy, the elder of the group, was offered the first drink. On a sweltering evening atop a roof in Sumalong Street, Baguio, the choice was whiskey. Nick delivered a generous pour. "Are you trying to kill me?" My cousin, Nick, was to marry Andy's daughter, May, an Igorot. The Igorots are a diverse indigenous mountain tribe from the largest island of the Philippines, Luzon. The bride-to-be's family had organized a CAñAO, a cultural ceremony, for the groom's party, mainly made up of New Zealanders and Australians. Following 2 heavy days of socializing and travel from Manila to Baguio via Subic Bay, I made the decision to skip the CAñAO. There would be another opportunity later, as I had arranged to stay with May's large family for a number of months while working online. The remainder of the wedding party made its way via jeepney, an old beat-up jeep and bus crossover, to Datakan, Kapangan. Due to congested roads and winding hills, it took the parties 2 hours to drive 30 kilometers. Once there, the local mayor gave a welcoming speech to the visiting group. He stated his goal was to make Kapangan a town with the majority of its food organic and locally grown, unlike the heavily processed food of urban Philippines. The people grew passion fruit the size of cricket balls and harvested rice by bending their backs and slicing with a sickle. The guests were served fresh vegetables and various meats. To the delight of the visitors, a tethered pig hung out, relaxed, in a large fenced-in area nearby. "Oh, look at the cute little pig." 3 local men approached the animal. It screamed, pulled by a rope around its neck to a vacant grass area close to where the wedding party was eating. "What's going to happen?" panicked visiting woman asked. One of the villagers brandished a sharpened stake, which made the pig squeal louder. "Don't hurt it, no, please, I can't watch." "Shut up," an embarrassed guest said to his wife. The pig was dragged to the center. When the 5 women in the wedding party turned their backs and walked from the CAñAO, one lighting a cigarette, 3 visiting men, including Nick, stood with the locals in support. "Have they never seen a pig killed before?" "No," Nick said, "but they just ate one." "I know." A sharpened stake was driven into the screaming pig's heart. It rolled in its spurting, bright red blood, going silent before shrieking wildly. The villagers stabbed the struggling animal a few more times. Shrieks shortened and volume lowered, eventuating in tired puffs, and finally stillness. The sacrifice was an Igorot offering to Anito, spirits who bestow good luck upon those who surrender an animal. It's important I point out that if any of those who turned their backs on the villagers were vegetarian or vegan, I'd have sympathy for their trauma. Yet, it's uncanny when only moments before, the CAñAO deserters were eating meat. The animal had to die somehow. A pig raised happily in the wild without being artificially inseminated, starved, or crammed in an overheated feces-filled pen was sacrificed as a great honor to the bride, the groom, and their families. While a distressing death, the sacrifice is intended to be quick. Although the suffering is short, it is brutal. The intelligent animal is well aware. As the rest of the wedding party returned home to their bacon and egg breakfasts, I stayed on with May's family. 2 months later, I left Baguio with May's sister Agnes, her brother-in-law Rex, and their son Rejong. Rex's father had passed away a year earlier, and they were commemorating the anniversary of his death. We spent 2 hours on the roof of the jeepney as it made its way to Datakan. I joined the locals for gin and tapui rice wine. 3 tranquil pigs stood in a large fenced-off area. Men came and took the tethered animals to the viewpoint. Rex's brother offered me the guest of honor, the stick to kill one pig. I declined, questioning why I found it okay to associate with the act, but not participate. The stakes were raised and thrust deep into the pigs' chests. I'd never heard such loud screaming. The death squeals came in echoes of each other. It seemed the fear was compounded by a collective realization the end was near. The children sat solemn yet fascinated. They understood the cycle of life, the being on earth, and the transfer beyond. Eyes were on me. What's the foreigner going to do? All I could do was hope the pigs' deaths came quickly and respect the animistic beliefs of the Igorot. After the pigs were boiled, they were portioned and served to the villagers. My plate was filled with all segments of the anatomy. Not a single part of the animal was wasted. With my fingers, I ate what I could, but was unable to finish. Protein, amino acids, vitamins, minerals. The spirits received their gift, the local Igorot, their nutrition. I sat at the table drinking with the village elders. They served a plate of meat, which I presumed was beef. When chickens have their throats slit, they look confused, then tired, then dead, one elder said. And when you beat it for pinakpikan, it is also confused, then tired, then dead, said a second elder. When goats are killed, they cry, and so do dogs. You know what meat that is you're eating? It's dog. The chorus of men chuckled like youths and nudged each other's arms. Let's see how the foreigner reacts. This is going to be good. It's chewy, but the vinegar and chili marinade go really well with it. I drank more gin.